Plans, really. Let's start off with something rather sad, actually. The passing of the legendary Bob Ryder. I saw a lot of wrestling fans on social media talking about how Bob Ryder, not really too aware of him. That's understandable. That's fair. I'm not going to bag on people. But he did pass away, unfortunately, due to a lengthy battle with cancer. Bob Ryder, a lot of people may not realize he's actually one of the main reasons why internet wrestling is such a big thing, and was also highly instrumental in the growth and the founding notions of Impact Wrestling. Impact Executive Vice President Scott D'Amore and Anthem Sports and Entertainment's President and Executive Vice President Ed Nordholm issued a statement on Ryder's passing on November the 24th. It was also noted that he just turned 64, which is, I mean, what do you say about it, really? There's not really anything you can say about that. Due to the statement, though, or at least going towards the statement, everyone at Impact Wrestling is heartbroken by the passing of Bob Ryder, one of its founders, and in many ways the heart and soul of the promotion. As many fans know, the very idea to create this company was born on Bob's fishing boat during a trip off the Gulf Coast in 2001. It is no exaggeration to state Impact Wrestling would never have existed without Bob's inspiration and would not have gone on to entertain millions of fans over 2 decades without his passion and dedication behind the curtain. Anyone who remembers Bob on the 1990s Prodigy chats or his role in launching OneWrestling.com or him co-hosting WCW Live knows very few people love pro wrestling with the passion that Bob did. At Impact, we joked that the chair and desk at Bob's house was Impact's mobile command center. Every wrestler and staff member knew that if they didn't have a place to stay, if they'd missed their flights, if their car had broken down, they could call the command center, Bob's phone, and he would take care of it. Bob prided himself on that and being available 24/7, even during his annual Christmas cruises. He carried his cell phone and laptop everywhere, so he was available to help even from the middle of the ocean. Few people love professional wrestling with a passion that Bob did. Wrestling was his life. Since learning the news, we've spoken to dozens of his friends across the business, and they have all said the same thing, that they'd spoken with Bob just a few days ago. The last time we saw Bob face-to-face was a month ago during Bound for Glory week in Nashville. Because of the pandemic, Bob was unable to attend the event, but the three of us were able to celebrate his 64th birthday together at a small dinner. Bob talked non-stop about the upcoming matches, how excited he was about the talent and the future of Impact. He also spoke, because he seldom didn't, about his beloved LSU, which is Louisiana State University athletics, particularly football and basketball. Bob Ryder, tragically, has left us at the age of 65 due to cancer. Just briefly, I just wanted to sort of pay my condolences, really mention it in passing, and also the fact that every wrestling fan that enjoys Impact Wrestling owes a great deal of gratitude towards Bob Ryder, actually, for everything he did. And I remember his name being mentioned very fleetingly when the company first sort of came into fruition around 2002 under the Jarretts, and he was almost kind of forgotten from that point on. But if you actually have watched Impact long term, back when it was TNA as well, you would remember his name being mentioned here and there on broadcasts. One thing that was obviously wonderful about Bob was the fact that he didn't need any credit. He didn't need to be front and center. A lot of egos have torn through this company and either made it fantastic or difficult, depending on which angle you're looking at and which time frame you're looking at. Bob Ryder was such a constant and never really asked for anything. He was always happy to just put in. And ultimately, if you think about wrestling and its legacy, and we obviously said farewell to The Undertaker this week as he retired. One of the things I said about him, which stands true very much so about Bob Ryder as well, is the fact that when it comes down to it, he was happy to put more in. And if you really want to be a success in this business, you really want to be remembered as an all-time legend or somebody who truly made a special impact on this business, you have to put more in than you take out. And there aren't actually many individuals left who are willing to just put into wrestling and not really take much back. Bob Ryder was one of those people, and unfortunately, he is no longer with us at the age of 64. However, the legacy of Impact will hopefully endure. It certainly seems to be on the up right now. We love it, obviously, and we cover it for the YouTube channel. And we at WrestlePlug would like to offer our condolences to all of Bob's friends and his immediate family.
64 is, it's a full life, but it's still too young.
Yeah.
And like you say, he contributed so much to the wrestling business as a whole, not just Impact, but it is his brainchild. Born on a fucking fishing boat, probably over a few beers in the Gulf. Like,
Is there anything more wrestling than that?
no, that's fantastic. I mean, cancer is a bastard. It's gonna until we find a cure, it's gonna kill people every day. And this is just another unfortunate happenstance. But we send our condolences and thoughts to his friends and family. And I think the best thing we can do is continue covering Impact with the vigor that we have been, because it deserves that, and he deserves that.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for everything, Mr. Ryder. You are most certainly one of the big reasons why I still enjoy wrestling to this day in my mid-30s. So thank you very much. May you rest very much in power.